Hello. In this video, I will give you a quick tour of some general features of Canvas so you can be successful in all your classes that utilize Canvas. And then also, I will introduce you to some specific features to our Canvas course just for math. Okay, so the first thing I want you to know about is the to-do list. When you are logged into class, you will see there is a to-do list on the right side of the screen. This allows you to look at all the upcoming due dates within the coming week so you can plan your time accordingly. If you have a student planner or another place where you write down all your assignments, these are definitely things you want to enter in that planner so that you can see what's coming for the week. Another thing that will help you keep track of due dates is the calendar tool in Canvas. If you go over here all the way to the left and click on calendar, you will see a calendar pops up and all your assignments are populated in the calendar. Now, what's really nice about this is that it coordinates all your classes. So over here, you'll see a list of all the classes that you're taking at MCC. You can color coordinate each one so that you can see the different colors of different assignments that are due. This is really helpful when you're trying to plan your time for an entire week. We know we all have other responsibilities like family time and maybe work schedule, but then we also want to make sure that we have time for our assignments. So we can budget our time for the week accordingly, and we can color coordinate each assignment. So you can make your English class blue, your math class green, your communications class can be purple, and you can see what's due for the upcoming week. The next thing I want you to see is the inbox. When you click on the inbox right here, this allows you to send private messages to me, the instructor, or to other students in the class. Most likely, I will be contacting you through our Canvas inbox, so you want to make sure that you are able to check your Canvas inbox messages, and you can also write me messages through Canvas inbox as well. And another thing that kind of correlates with the Canvas inbox is your notifications. You want to get push notifications to your mobile device if you think that that will help you keep track of things like due dates, grades, messages, and other things. So if you click up here on account, you will see that there is a link for notifications. There's more descriptions of this in our Canvas course for how to set up your notifications, but by clicking on notifications, it allows you to have these notifications pushed to your mobile device. Just like you would receive a text or a Facebook notification, you can receive push notifications to your device to let you know if one of your instructors has sent you a message, or if one of your instructors has posted new grades, or posted in a new announcement, etc. So that way you don't always have to worry that if you're not logged into your computer, you're going to miss something. You can get it pushed to your phone, and then you can respond to your messages through your phone as well. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some more specific features of Canvas to our math course. So the way our Math 126 course is set up. Okay, so when you are on the home page, this is what you're going to see. And this is when I say home page, this is what I'm referring to. So you'll notice at the very top of our home page is the most recent announcements. So the three most recent announcements will always be here for you to access. Now, let's say it's later in the semester and you remember an announcement from a few weeks ago that you still want to look at, but it's not showing up on the home screen anymore. You can always click on announcements and see a list of every single announcement for the class. Announcements would be one thing that you want to have pushed to your mobile device so you get a notification that a new announcement was posted. Another thing that I want you to be aware of are the modules, okay? Now you're going to hear me say this throughout the duration of the course. I'm going to say it's in the modules, or follow the modules, or look in the modules, or if you look in the chapter 5 module, or if you look in the getting started module. So all the course materials are organized in modules, and literally all you have to do is click on the little icon at the bottom of each page that says next, and that'll take you to what you're supposed to do next. So a lot of times students will say, well, okay, I took the notes on this topic, now I don't know where the assignment is. Well, all you have to do is click next, and it's the very next entry in the module. So you can see I have all the modules collapsed. This is how I would recommend you have your settings in your course, have all the modules collapsed. That way you're not looking at everything in every module at one time. So we can see here we have the getting started module. Now I can expand it when I want to. And these resources we're going to use pretty much during the first week of class. You can see there's some really important ones, the required materials, the syllabus and the course schedule, the 4P system, that's going to be the routine we follow in class, things like that. But then all the other modules have very important information as well. So during the first week of class, if you expand that module, you'll find the assignments we're doing during the first week. This helpful student resources, this one is going to be one you'll probably refer back to all semester long. It has a lot of just general help information for this class and for anything that has to do with MCC. So it has all the information about tutoring, any help information you might need about Canvas. This right here, I mentioned, it tells you how to set up your notifications. General student resources, let's say student basic needs, there's all kinds of community outreach resources that are in here that could help you. As I keep scrolling, the technology resources is going to be really helpful. Say you need to borrow a computer from that curbside checkout at the library, or maybe you want to borrow a graphing calculator, or later on you're going to need help installing Respondus Lockdown browser and you need to know where to download it. All of these things are going to be listed in the Helpful Student Resources module. So a lot of times I'll say, go in the Helpful Student Resources. I have a link to that right there. So lots of helpful information is here. Again, not just for our math class, but for anything that has to do with MCC. Okay. And then after that, we get into the module called recorded class meetings. What's really nice about being able to access our recorded class meetings is that, let's say it's the end of class and there's one example where you're like, I wish I could see that example one more time, or I'm looking at my notes and I don't think I took very detailed notes on that one example. I wish I could go back and see it again. Every single virtual class meeting we have is recorded. And that is a great benefit of the live online classroom. If we were meeting in a physical classroom at the end of the class, I wouldn't have a recording of our lesson. But now that we're all on the computer, all I do is click record and I'm capturing the whole entire lesson and then I will post them here. So like I said, at the end of the class, if you're like, oh, I want to go back and look at that one example again, you can go back, use the little scrubber bar here. You can fast forward, rewind. You can mute me if you just want to read the handwriting for the day. You can read what people were typing in the chat for that day. So it's literally a screen capture, video capture of everything that happened during class that day. So you can always go back and watch it. Now, it's not a replacement for class. Of course, you're still going to come to class and interact with your classmates and engage in the content. But like I said, if you want to see a second glimpse of something, these recorded class meetings are very helpful. How many times have we left a class and been like, oh, I forget what she said, or I forget what that one student asked a really good question, but I can't remember what it was. Well, now you could go back and watch those, okay? So let's go back to the rest of the modules. There is a module called the Math Interludes. We will talk more about this one in class. But like I mentioned in the other video, this class, not only does it teach you the new content of Math 126, but it also builds your foundational skills. So the Math Interludes are 10 hot topics from basic arithmetic and introductory algebra that you really want to make sure you have a strong foundation in order to flourish in the new material we're going to learn in Math 126. So you'll notice it's things you're really familiar with: order of operations, fraction operations, solving linear equations, but we might need to tie this content into the new lessons from time to time. And so all these resources are here. If you need a quick review, you can always go back and take a quick review on those topics. It's going to be really helpful for you to be able to access those at any point in the semester. When we take quizzes, this module right here will have all the quizzes. When we take exams, this module here, if you expand it, will have all the exams, so you'll know exactly where to access them. And then the day-to-day stuff is in the chapter modules. For instance, if I open up chapter 2, this is the section that we're going to be doing from chapter 2. Now, this also alludes to that 4P cycle we're going to follow in the class. We prepare, then we preview, then we participate, and then we practice. We're going to spend a lot of time in class talking about this 4P routine, but I want to draw your attention to the participate link. Whatever resources I'm going to be using in class that day, they're always going to be posted right here. So you'll know the section that we're covering that day, and you can access the resources before class even starts. Like, let's say you're a person who really wants to print out all the notes before class. You could just come right here, access the PDF that I'm using that day, and you could print it out and you could have it in front of you. You could also just open it on your computer and then on your own blank notebook paper, kind of follow along as we work through the PDF together in the classroom. So you have access to any slideshows or any notes or any other handouts or any concept maps, anything we're going to use that day. They will all be housed in Canvas in that participate. So that's what we're doing during the virtual class time each day. And you'll notice every chapter and every section is organized that way. So if I scroll down, let's see, to chapter 6, that's going to come later on. Each section has the prepare, the preview, the participate, and the practice. And then it starts all over again. Prepare, preview, participate. So like I said, you just click next and go to the next page in each module, and that will make sure that you're staying on the right path so you don't miss any of the materials or miss any of the assignments. Okay. All right. A couple other things I wanted to show you about are over here on the left-hand navigation menu. Cranium Cafe and Cranium Classroom. That's how you connect. Cranium Cafe is where I will hold my virtual office hours or my power hours, like I like to call them. So I have 5 hours spread out throughout the week where I am just available. It's not during our class time, it's different times in class. But if you have a question, if you need clarification on something, if you want to go over a problem, if you want to whatever it is, if you need to talk to me one-on-one about something during my posted power hours, all you have to do is click on Cranium Cafe and hello, there I am. I will pop up and we can interact one-on-one live from our computers. Now, Cranium Classroom, that's how you'll access the live class each day. So if you're in my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday class at 9 a.m., every day at 9 a.m., you're going to click on Cranium Classroom. And that's where all of us will meet together. So Cranium Cafe is my office hours. That's outside of class time. That's if you need extra help or clarification, or if you want to work on something outside of class with me, my power hours. And then Cranium Classroom, that's where we meet every day for class. So instead of you parking your car and walking on campus to the building and the room, you're going to park your booty in your chair and you're going to open up your computer and you're going to click on Cranium Classroom for class every day. Okay, another link that I'm super excited about is the MCC Math Tutors link. So when we are in person and when campus is alive and vibrant and everybody is on campus, we have the Math Foundation Center, and that's where students go for free drop-in one-on-one tutoring. So anytime you need help with your math homework, the tutors are there for you. Well, not anytime, they do close. They're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursdays and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Fridays. But now it's all virtual. So you can still access a tutor one-on-one for free. No appointment is necessary in the comfort of your own home. So during their hours of operation, if you're working on your homework and you need help, all you have to do is click right here on this MCC Math Tutors link. And I'll click on it right now, but it's not very exciting right now because class hasn't started yet. So you don't see anybody there. But once class starts next week, I'm recording this now before class has started, you'll see little thumbnail tiles of all the tutors who are online. And all you do is click on their face and their webcam pops up and they're there ready to help you. It's so seamless. It's like the best thing ever. So you don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to wait in line. You literally just click, open, boom, someone is there to help you. And like all you would have to do, say you have your notebook right here, say you're working on a math problem. It's super simple. You could either read it to them, you could hold it up to your webcam and just show them what you're working on. There's all kinds of ways for you guys to interact. They have tools on their end where they can solve the problem in real time for you to see. So it's really, really engaging and it's such a great resource. Okay, let's see, what else did I want to make sure that I told you about? I lost my paper when I was shuffling through the papers. So I showed you the MCC tutors. Oh, one more thing I wanted to tell you about. Underneath it, you'll see there's a link for online tutoring. That is still a great resource, and that one will be open at all hours. Like I think they're open until like I don't even know what the hours are, but they're they're beyond the MCC Math Tutors link. It's an outside contracted resource though, so they don't work directly for MCC, but MCC has partnered with this service. So you will still get a live one-on-one tutor, but it won't be somebody who's literally at MCC. It'll be a math person who can help you, or a person, you know, who can help you with your math, but it just won't be somebody that works directly for MCC, but the same thing, you have access to it because you're an MCC student. So my advice is try the MCC Math Tutors first. That should always be your first go-to if you want tutoring. But if it's after hours or if it's late at night, then you could try this online tutoring. Same thing, it's free, it's no appointment necessary, one-on-one tutoring, all from your computer. Awesome. Underneath it, we have the online textbook that we'll be using throughout the course. You can just click on it and access the textbook. And then later on, we'll start using the Desmos graphing calculator. You could search for it on the web, but I also thought it's so nice just to have the link right here in Canvas. Okay. All right, that was a quick rundown of a lot of the features. We will look at these throughout the course. We'll get more in-depth description of them and you'll start using them a lot more often, that it'll be like second nature pretty soon. But like I said, I wanted to give you the opportunity to just kind of see what our class was about, see how it's set up so you know what you're going to expect on the first day of class. So again, welcome. I can't wait to read your introductions in the student introductions discussion board. And here's to an awesome semester. I so look forward to spending spring 2021 with you. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.